Charles Lawson, Samantha Hannah. Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Jason
all
is
the
smiling.
people.
The girls now look nervous. Sorry, ladies. Didn't mean to throw you off there. If your audio was working as you were coming in, that's just some normal banter we have here as far as who's touching what and why.
Yeah. We were talking about touching
gotcha.
yourself before you guys got in here.
Actually, before that, Chuck was telling us that he was going to fall off his ball onto his balls.
If I were to reach down and touch myself, Aaron says that I enjoy my own voice and the fact that I probably touch myself when I speak. And I said if I were to touch myself when I speak, then I would reach down and I would fall off of my ball, and the only thing I would have to land on is my big ass balls.
Yeah.
I
Because-
see.
Well,
Well,
aren't you glad you heard
we
that?
don't want you in pain, so
No.
please try to avoid that.
And falling on my balls would change the tone of my voice.
Would it go higher?
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
So, have you guys been drinking yet? Anybody? Anybody? No, we haven't either.
Just water.
Yeah.
It is so hot.
It
I'm
is
trying to stay
so hot.
hydrated.
Me too.
Yeah.
So hot.
Aaron drinks water out of martini glasses.
Yeah,
so
it's
he gets
fun that way. It's too funny. All right, everybody's here. Welcome, guys.
Ladies,
Here, hello.
gentlemen.
Ladies. Yeah.
Thank you. Very excited to be here.
Me too. We finally got all you guys on at one time. That's what's crazy. That's killing some birds with a stone. What do you say about that, Sam?
Can I throw the rock?
No, Chuck, you can't.
No?
No, you could just swing your balls around and knock everybody the fuck out. If you wanted to. Those things
Do
are
your balls hang
monstrous.
low? Do they wobble to and fro?
Yes.
Oh God! You know what, guys? Before we introduce you, we were just talking about like what I was watching last night. I got hooked on some YouTube videos watching that Unreal Engine 5 shit. And I was like, oh, cool. Yeah, I'd love to be able to do that. And then I feel really bad now. You know why? Because the shit is free to
It's
download.
all fucking free.
It's a free fucking
No.
software program. Fully
There's no
loaded.
excuse not to.
There is. Because I can't do it.
It's one more thing to fucking learn.
No, I can't do it.
No, it is hard. I've been playing around with it a little bit. I opened it up for the first time in a while, a few days ago actually, and yeah, it's tough. And really, it's just it's similar to any other software. You got to learn the foundations, learn the basics before you can actually start diving into anything.
Right.
Same with Blender. I'm definitely not a VFX artist, but I'm gonna start dabbling in Blender and see what I can do.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Tender. You know, I've been married since all that stuff.
Blender churros.
Oh, Blender. Blender.
It's fine. It's fine. I did the same thing with that program, and I think I think I ripped it to shreds. Wait, no, I didn't. It was a digital copy. I almost ripped the computer to shreds. That thing was hard too.
Yeah.
And then I went to Cinema 4D and I tried that, and I'm like, isn't anything easy anymore?
No.
Can't even figure
Nothing
out.
is easy and
Can't
nothing
even
is
figure out our
cheap.
own camera
That's
anymore.
true,
It's like,
that's
it's
true.
been a month and a half. What does this button
I
do?
know.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's kind of like the blessing and the curse of everything being so accessible now. Is it's like I can get my hands on so much stuff. I can get my hands on so much stuff. I have to stop myself.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Every time I go on Pinterest, I think I'm going to have a heart attack. I'm not kidding. Like, there's just too much, like, I want to do it all. Do you know I have like 100 and some odd folders on Pinterest?
I never understood Pinterest.
Wait, you have that many folders on Pinterest?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? I don't
And then
understand
that's not
Pinterest.
even counting subfolders.
What the fuck?
So, okay, you know how nerdy I am when it comes to all of our files?
Yeah.
That's what she has on Pinterest.
Okay. So you can
So
can
she has
file.
subfolders. She has subfolders inside of her folders, inside of her basic topics of things that she follows of interests.
Oh fucking shit.
And she has over 100
Yeah,
All right.
it's bad.
Wow.
It's pretty bad.
folders, not counting the subfolders inside the subfolders under the subcontact of the context of the interests that she follows on Pinterest.
And guess how
Try
many I've
saying that
actually
fucking
done?
5 times
Guess how
fast.
many I've actually done from there?
How many have you
6.
done?
Actually, quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
You do a lot of shit on there.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I have never gotten on there right. You send me a link to something, and I'm like, I don't have this Pinterest thing.
have Pinterest, I
I
can't
don't have this
see
app,
it.
bro. I don't have the app, bro. No.
Well,
Anyway,
It's okay. She does the
Pinterest
same
is
thing with
cool.
him, trying to make him be nice, and he's like, I don't have an app for that.
yeah, I don't have.
I
this
can't
app.
do it.
can't
That's
do
what he
it.
does.
All right.
There's an app for everything, but there's not an app for that.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, welcome to Around the Reel, everybody.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
Welcome to Around the Reel.
Having a
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to have all you guys. So today we have.
The Mickey Mouse Club.
Let's
It's almost like it. We have almost enough members.
well, it's
It's
3 on
just
3. We can have a
cute, yeah.
3v3 right now, bro. You know what I mean? We can get down.
they're like the reverse of us.
Wait, what?
You're right.
Oh shit, they are.
They are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And Jason's white, so it's perfect.
And even on my screen, they're the reverse of us.
I know, it's hilarious. I didn't even think of that.
That's
Wow.
super cool.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to introduce one. And then,
Go ahead.
okay, I'll say, well, we have Jason
why just
Glenn.
one?
Jason Glenn's with us today.
Okay. Oh, let's all introduce
That's what I'm
one.
saying. I'm trying to share the wealth here.
And I'm going to jump in and say, and we have Miss Grace Madland, along
And
with.
we have Miss Holly Madland.
Very cool. Thanks for being here, you guys.
So I'm going to guess that this is probably going to sound better than how Aaron always speaks at Jason and his twins.
Yeah, the twins.
Jason and his twins.
Well,
It's like,
that's-
come on, they're individuals, man. But
No,
it's a
but
good way to
honestly-
remember.
Yes.
Who's on the show tomorrow? Jason and his twins.
Jason and the twins.
Yeah,
That's,
Sam. Go ahead.
that is how he presents it. So that is what I repeated.
Yeah, and I was like, is Grace going to be on the show with Jason? You were like, I don't know, it's the twins. And I'm like, does Grace have a fucking twin? I had no idea. I had no clue.
Holly, no offense.
Yeah, and I knew Holly. I've seen her online and so, but I had no idea they were twins.
No,
But they are.
That's been the story our whole lives. Like we've had college professors argue about like, no, that's my student. There's two of us.
That's
A
funny.
lifelong story.
That's
That is
hilarious.
I don't care whose student I am, just pass me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what? We got Schwarzenegger and DeVito on the fucking show? That's cool.
I-
No.
That's
Well, I
horrible.
remember
These ladies
Grace-
are lovely.
I know.
Grace
they're way
came to my premiere, right? Is that right? You were there at my premiere.
Yes, that was.
okay.
Yep, I came to the Great Pacific
Yeah.
Octopus
Mhm.
premiere,
So
and
that was
that's where I
fun.
first met you guys
Yeah.
in person. And yeah,
Yeah, that was
yep,
fun.
that was really cool.
It's super nice of you to come and support them.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And sing.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, good.
I mean, like, it's rare to like be able to go out and like get everybody in one place and like enjoy the fruits of your labor. Like, it's such a culmination of so much effort, I'm sure. So it was really cool to get to see just the positive energy, and it was kind of inspiring because like that's what we're trying to do. It's like, dang, like they did it. We're gonna do this.
That's
someday.
what I'm saying, right?
You can,
That's
yeah.
There you go.
If
And
we
it's a
can do
great-
it, you can definitely do
Yes,
it.
you can.
And it's a great way to size people up and be like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
And we're even using
That's
the same
who you are.
composer for our short film.
Oh, shit, are you?
really?
Anthony Spina is
Oh.
going to be our composer for Roguish.
Oh,
Absolutely amazing, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Who's been talking with Anthony for the most part here? All you guys?
I've been the main
Okay.
communication.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great. We're just getting started on the music, so
Oh,
he's
good.
pretty much chomping at the bit. Like, please, let's get this going, and
Yeah.
we're finally ready to start that. Yeah.
That's
He's very
exciting.
driven.
He's a driven
Yeah,
guy,
he is.
absolutely. And he's one of the nicest guys you'll fucking work with.
Yeah,
He's the
and
most
he goes
real
into
dude.
it
Yeah.
with like 110%. Like
Yeah.
he goes all in.
Yeah, he's all in, and he's got a very emotional way of looking at creativity, which I
he
love.
does.
Guys,
And-
we don't have to sell Anthony.
No, I'm not selling him. I'm just
they're
saying.
already,
I'm-
they're already using him.
Yeah, I know, but we're
Actually-
plugging at one of our colleagues,
death.
motherfucker. You know what I mean?
I appreciate Anthony too. What's his name? Anthony Tony. You know,
Antonio.
Tony Spina.
That's
You know,
Antonio.
the Tony Spina guy.
Yeah,
Why am I bleeding?
I'm
to
so
death?
excited.
Dude, you have
What'd
a
you
huge
do?
cut on your arm.
I know. I don't know what happened.
Weird. Use the
yeah, I'm
tissue
just
I
wait-
got.
Oh,
Here,
yeah, I
there
got
you go.
tissue.
See, got it. Well,
Excuse me, we're gonna do some medical work
I'm
really
sorry.
quick.
I really don't know what happened to me.
that's weird.
I felt something wet, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like bleeding to death.
Oh, you are bleeding. Jesus,
See?
dude. See, and they say podcasting is like safe. What the
Oh,
fuck?
wow.
Yeah,
good
you
one.
caught it on something.
Gotta
Wow.
cut a bitch sometimes.
I don't really
Jesus,
know what
Sean.
happened.
Anyway.
What the hell?
I know he's
Okay.
it's creepy Chuck. It's
I
great.
know.
Okay, so
I'm getting
let's.
excited because there's blood in the room.
I know, Sam's tough though. She'll be fine.
I'll be fine. Yeah.
Well, let's give you everybody an opportunity to tell the audience who they are, what they do, and all that good stuff.
Yes,
So
please.
why don't you guys start? Jason, why don't you start about off?
All right. My name's Jason. I am a photographer, cinematographer, filmmaker based out of Tacoma, Washington. Originally from Michigan. I spent 6 years in the Navy on board a submarine and decided that wasn't the life for me, and I wanted to do something creative. So now here I am. I'm going to the Seattle Film Institute starting in September for
Wow.
my Master of Fine Arts in Filmmaking and Producing, and hopefully that'll kickstart or at least launch me in the right direction for a filmmaking career.
Heck yeah.
Badass, brother.
That's
good for
super
you.
good.
For you.
We're
God,
gonna
he-
say we knew him win.
I know. He's gonna be
know.
smarter than us. I'll be like, dude, I studied YouTube for like 20
Dude,
years.
he's
You know what I mean?
already smarter than us.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I was like, fuck school. There's YouTube. Let's just do it. Figure it out.
We're proud. We were proud to call you on our team before, but
Absolutely.
we're gonna be even
you.
Yeah.
prouder.
Yeah. Make some movies, bro, and hook us like little people up. You know what I mean?
I know, like when you make it, can you like, Helps out.
Super excited. Hey,
What do you mean when I make it? When you make it?
It's a ladder, guys.
Oh,
We're all
that's a given,
we're all
brother.
pulling and climbing together.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, we are all climbing together. And yes, you're coming with us. If anything happens, you're coming.
That's right.
You're part of the
We
team.
need bail money.
Part of the family.
That's right. That's right. Hey, why don't you go, Grace?
Okay, cool. Yeah. My name is Grace Madland. I'm an actress, filmmaker. I started out primarily acting through all of high school and college and after, and then I decided to try my hand at filmmaking, kind of by force, because with the pandemic, it was like, I don't want to stop. Like, let's figure this out. Let's just make it happen. So I kind of just like dove in with kind of no idea what I was doing. And then just started learning from there. So that's kind of what my journey with filmmaking has been. I got a degree in singing originally, not
Badass.
acting.
Okay.
Great, so you can do
But
that
I
horror
decided
musical.
that singing was just for my heart, and I don't need to do that professionally, even though I love music. But yeah, that's kind of like my whole little like creative world. And then by day, I work as a software tester.
Oh shit.
Got the whole left brain, right brain thing going on.
Okay, we got to talk about that. I need
Yeah,
to
we
know
do.
more
Yeah,
about that.
that's good to know.
cool
She's
shit.
going to have an
Okay.
aneurysm before she's 30.
It's not like the strobe lights.
Feels like it sometimes.
So they put those
say much,
disclaimers.
but
They
when
put
he
those
says
disclaimers
something,
on
it's
games
creepy.
now. They do it all the time. And Holly, how about you?
Yeah, so I'm Holly Madland, Grace Madland's twin sister, co-founder of Madland Productions, and a lot of Grace's in my background is the same, which probably will surprise no one. I also studied music. I have a degree in opera.
Oh shit.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been acting since forever. Like Grace and I used to put on little skits as like kids, and then in high school we'd make music videos to NSYNC. You know how it goes.
Please
I
tell
love
me
it.
that your parents have like old school videos of you guys just.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
all on tape. You know.
Oh, it's
No, the
badass.
trick is to
One
get them all
of
on
these
YouTube.
days.
that's-
That's so cool.
That's exciting.
Hey, there's a video out there of me dancing in my underwear. Anybody will watch anything.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
Dude, should I repost
On Aaron's
that?
bed, or-
I should share that.
Just don't put it on our main company YouTube.
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, why not?
It's fun. They listen to this fucking show.
That's true.
It's not any different. This
It go
show.
viral,
This is a
you never know.
podcast on underwear.
It
Pretty much.
might-
That's true. That's
it
true.
might
It
go
is.
viral.
I'm barely wearing underwear right now.
You never wear underwear. Wait, you do now.
I wore underwear
Come
for the video,
on.
and I never took them off.
You know
It's
what's
the
weird?
Same gray pair.
I just figured it out. When I met Chuck, like, what, it's almost 20 some years ago now? 26?
30,
30?
motherfucker.
Is it 30?
I'm 47, and
Oh,
it's
fuck.
summertime. It
Oh,
was
yeah, it is.
30 years ago.
Okay.
Jesus.
So,
okay.
when-
Excuse us while we have a moment.
when I met,
Play the memory lane music.
yeah, I'm gonna cue the music. When I met Charles, he had the long hair, and he wore like this belt buckle with like an eagle on it or something.
Yeah, that was
With-
there, was
with-
one, there was one with an eagle.
Yeah, with cowboy boots.
Yeah.
He was that guy. He'd wear like jeans and a tank top. You know, he was that guy, and he'd do this
Skin-
with his hair and
skin-tight
shit.
jeans.
You know, he'd do that shit.
I
his hair
had
would
hair.
flip. Yeah,
Aaron
but-
couldn't do that because
No.
his was all stiff.
Yeah, I had like gel and shit in my hair and stuff. But anyway, long story short, after we hung out for a while and we became friends, he confided in me he did not wear underwear. And I was like, dude, like the dude in the pornos, bro? And he was that guy.
That was the only reference he could make.
Now it all makes sense though, because your balls were tight back then. They were up. You know what I mean?
Right.
And now as you got older, the shit, gravity. It's just,
Is this
and
like if you never wear a bra, like your boobs?
I'm
hang low?
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Yeah, so your balls, all those years, you could have still sturdy balls right now.
I
If
don't
you would have
think
wore
so.
draws back in the day.
Nah, I don't
I
think
don't
so.
understand
sure?
why
Too much
we always
grease.
have to
I don't
talk
know.
about Chuck's balls or
No,
poop.
no, it's funny. It's fun. Okay, never mind. Let's get back to the interview.
Understand. Like, why do we always have to talk about Chuck's balls or his poop?
Well, I don't know.
I don't get it.
It's our podcast. I don't know.
I don't
But
know.
nobody wants to hear that.
However, the listenership keeps going up, and we keep getting more and more subscribers.
I know,
so
am I
fuck if
wrong?
I don't know.
When I met Aaron, he used to do a lot of movies about farts, and I used to say, "Stop doing all the movies about farts.
Yeah.
No one
Yeah,
wants
and
to hear
then our
about farts."
viewership went down.
Yeah, because everybody likes farts. They laugh at farts all the time.
Sorry.
Anyway, okay, sorry.
Yeah,
okay,
but
let's
they're not that funny.
We'll get it.
The funny thing is
It's
we
a
talk
boy
about
thing.
these things often, but I rarely bring it up.
It just occurred to me. I'm sorry.
Mm,
I think
You just
I,
wanted to talk about the eagle that protected
Actually,
my
Charles,
nutsack.
you brought
That's
it up first. With your ball falling in your balls.
That's true. You did.
Yeah, you
Well,
did.
that was off of a conversation offline that we were having here, and then you wanted
Yeah.
to start talking about it, so we had to share the whole conversation.
This
Still,
is our
I
show.
didn't bring it
Well,
up. It's not my
whatever.
shit. It's not my shit.
Okay, so let's get into
Speaking of shit, hey guys, how you doing today?
I know this is going nowhere.
All right, so
but we're going there really
Can we
fast.
get back to the fun
I'm trying. Okay, so you guys made a movie together recently. Is that correct? All right.
That is correct.
Still
All
in the
right.
process.
It's still in the process.
still in the
Okay,
process.
so
Yeah, we're in post.
so why don't one of you guys tell us what the project is, what's it about, and how it all went down? Someone start.
Yeah. I'll just jump in there.
I love it.
So, Jason was the one that wrote the script, and we had met him during one of the Seattle 48 films, and kind of that was the beginning of our little team. And at that time, Jason had talked about doing my road reel. And so then a few months later, he came in with his script and said, let's make this for the My Road Reel competition. And it was a film that sort of catered to all of our interests. It's like a medieval fantasy sword fighting film. And Grace, who has studied stage combat and is certified, is one of the main fighters there. So yeah, it's sort of like a moody fantasy sword fighting romp, but with a twist at the end.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
I like it.
But it's been incredibly fun to work on, and I think we've all learned so much and pushed ourselves outside of our previous skill sets.
That's amazing. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. That's awesome. So Jason, you came up with this idea. Is that what I'm hearing here? Is this kind of your thing?
That's correct. Yeah. So like Holly had mentioned, I met them during the last horror Seattle 48-hour film project, and we did fantasy. Surprise, surprise for that one. And just getting to talking to them about their interests, which greatly aligned with mine, I ended up writing Roguish, which very catered to pretty much everything that we had talked about, we discussed. And we wanted to tackle something that was reasonable, something a little shorter. And my road reel has a maximum of 3 minutes. So you have to have your 3-second template in there for my road reel, and then 3 minutes of film. And you can't go past that. So we figured, that was probably a good start to a full-blown production, and a good way to, get our feet wet and learn some stuff. And it's definitely opened up a lot of doors for us. We met so many people during this. We had, over 30 people on set for our main production day.
Wow.
It was outstanding. Like,
How it goes.
I'm so grateful for everybody that helped out, and just how big this has become.
100%.
It was incredible, just the number of people that came out of the woodworks. Like, as soon as we started describing what we were doing, people were like, oh my gosh, like, I want to get involved, I want to help. And like, oh, do you know this person? Oh, I know somebody who'd be great for that. And it's just like, it was amazing the level of support and enthusiasm everybody had. It was just like the end product, like, it's still in post, but like what ended up happening on the day of set was like so far and beyond. Like, I knew it was going to be really cool and fun, but we were just like looking around like, oh my gosh, like, look at all of what we've done. And it wouldn't have been possible if people didn't just like stick their little heads up and be like, hey, I want to be part of it. So I was really grateful for that.
We had to turn some people down. Which was really hard to do.
I'm sorry, you're no good for me today. I'm sorry, you'll just have to go.
No, I wish it wasn't in our budget. That's really what it came down to. I wish I could have hired everybody. But there are a few people who I would love to have them on board, but we just couldn't afford them. But so it was nice to have at least that outreach. So now for future projects, I can reach out to that person and we'll put it in our budget.
Okay, so each one of you guys have a lot of unique talents from what you all told me. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff there. Let's start with the stage combat stuff. What's that about, Grace? What's that?
Oh, well, get me on a roll about stage combat.
I love it. I love because I love action shit, so I want to hear about it.
Yeah. Okay, well, my interest in like swords and fighting and stuff started like ever since I was a little kid. I loved watching like kung fu movies, Bruce Lee, that kind of stuff.
Right with you.
Beating the shit out of Holly when she's not expecting it.
Yeah, like Holly and I, we'd be like playing with my little cousins, and like she'd go off and have a tea party with our like girl cousin who I love also. And then I would go off and play swords with like our guy cousin, and I'd just be like one of the knights. So like it all started there.
Forget that.
And then in high school, the school I went to, they had a fencing team, like Olympic sport fencing.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
And it was super cool. And so I started doing that in 6th grade. Still going strong with that. Still compete and like practice with my team and stuff.
Oh, that's badass.
So from there, I kind of had a foundation of like, I know how action works. I know how combat works in like a sporting environment. So then I started taking sword combat lessons and stage combat lessons, mainly through, there's a school in Seattle called Freehold Theater. And they have this great instructor, Jeffrey Alm, that comes in to teach classes. And I just started taking his classes. And I just started like buying swords and feeding my sword addiction and practicing on my own. And so it was like, you know, every time I'd watch a show like Vikings or like Gladiator or whatever, I'd be like, I can freaking do that. I want to do that. So that was like my goal. And then Jason was like, hey, you want to do some sword fighting? And I was like, Jason, yes, I'm doing this.
That's it. I'm going to lean into your interest.
Okay,
Really
well,
hard.
Aaron, don't give Aaron your number because he will be calling you for like
In a
every
heartbeat,
single
Grace.
project he
Yeah.
has.
Yeah, I already have all their numbers. Is that weird?
I'm
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
down.
No.
I love this stuff. It's so fun.
Well, there's your girl, Aaron.
I
your
know.
action
There's
girl.
my action girl right there. She don't fuck around. She'll kick some
Well,
ass.
wait,
I love
wait,
it. I tried to get Sam to be
No,
my
leave me
action
alone.
girl. No, I did. I know. I did when I first met Sam. I'm like, no, because you remember Ultraviolet with Mila Jovovich? You know? Okay.
Yes.
When I met Sam, she looked just like her. So I literally was like, dude, you're the bitch from Walking Dead, or not Walking Dead, Resident Evil. I'm like, you are her. I was like, you're Mila. You got to be badass, right? So we made this really bad movie back in the day.
You
but
don't
it's
have to really call it really
it's
bad.
fun.
We had
It's
some
fun.
really,
It was a Metal
we
Gear
made a
Gear
real
fan film.
amateur fan film.
Yeah,
I liked
yeah.
it.
I still love it. It's still fun, but it's bad. But
It's 3.5 hours long.
yeah, and of course it is.
Yeah.
No, but Sam was like going to be my action girl, and I remember, honey, when you had the gun behind the fucking
Yeah.
thing. For the I gave her a gun like it was no big deal. I'm like, all right, so you just take the gun, you're hiding behind the tree, and then you just turn and you gotta look badass and you start firing. You know, that's what you're gonna do. Okay, ready, action, and this is what she does. I know people can't see this when they're listening, but
Make sure you go back and watch the video
yes,
on our YouTube channel at
This was her. This was her.
ccentertainmentphotograph.com.
I literally hid behind the tree, bro.
And then
she
dip.
couldn't do it, dude.
I tried though.
She tried so hard.
tried.
She felt so dumb, and I'm like,
I
wow, I
know,
never
really.
thought that she wouldn't want to do this.
But this
how
is
I felt.
This is the worst part of that movie. I did the baddest ass jump, and he freaking did not get it on camera. And I was
When
so
the
pissed.
bomb blows up,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
and she's
bomb
got to
blows
jump
up.
past the camera,
Yeah,
and she nailed it. And
Oh,
when I
it was
added
so
the
good.
effects in there, it totally just washed her out. It was so bad, and then she got really mad
It
at
was
me when she
dumb
saw the
because
final.
that was the
And she's
best
been
move I
pissed
made
off
the
ever
whole
since.
movie. I'm still pissed off about it because that was such a good
they're still
move.
together.
you did
16
great.
years later.
You did
Did
great.
you see that?
Anyway, that's Grace. Grace, it's awesome to find, you know, because it's unique. You know, I
It
mean,
is.
and not as much today as it used to be, but you know, when ladies are doing action, it's a different feel. It to me too when you're watching it. When you see a female hero in a movie, you still feel more worried about her. You know what I mean? Than if
Yeah.
you see some big buff dude.
Shoving his ass.
I mean, that's the way it is. You know, if I see The Rock going
He
in
ain't
a
worried
room,
about me when I'm out there mowing the goddamn lawn.
I mean, you know what I mean? If The Rock's going into a fucking fight, I'm like, okay, yeah, look how big that fucker is. But if I see like a female protagonist going at it, you're like, oh shit, you know, that dude's big. How's she gonna beat him up? You know what I mean? That's how you feel.
Totally.
Yeah.
I totally agree. Like that's one of the things I like the most when I watch shows with a female fighter, especially when they're going against guys, is because like in real life, like that girl is not going to be able to like do as much damage as a dude would do.
Right,
Just because she's smaller, whatever.
Yeah.
So that means that the character really should be using technique, should be using their brain, should be using the environment. And it makes it creative, and that
Yes.
makes it from a storytelling perspective, something that people aren't used to seeing, can kind of keep you a little bit more on your toes.
Correct.
And it just opens the door for a different angle at the storytelling of the fight. It doesn't have to just
True.
be, girl slugs guy goes down. Like
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
Well, but how
right.
badass of a bitch are you if you can put a guy down?
Yeah, I know.
And you're a girl.
It's
Very
cool.
true.
You're a
There
badass
are some women
bitch.
that can do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I know, and
Oh,
they're badass bitches.
Actually, the funny
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
talking,
Love them.
talking about this makes me think of the show Banshee. I don't know if you guys ever saw Banshee.
Fucking love it.
Back
You
in
know that's my favorite.
2012, I think is when it 1st came out. Ran for like 5 seasons or whatever it was.
Yep.
But anyway, Banshee.
Anthony Starr stars in it. You know,
Yeah.
Homelander. It's the shit.
Homelander from The
Watch
Boys.
Banshee. It's on HBO. Watch
Yep,
that shit.
Watch Banshee.
Whew.
Mainly because the one thing that got the best my attention about that show is the fact that everything they did was 100%. You see somebody throw like a ninja star, right? This guy threw it as hard as he could just past the camera. And it's not because it's not you see these guys go, oh, and it's like, oh, it sticks halfway into him. It's like, fuck you, that doesn't work that way.
Isn't that
If you
called
went like
a
that, you fucking
shuriken
bounce
or
off.
something like that?
A shuriken.
Shuriken.
I don't know how to
Yes.
say it.
That's okay.
but
I
yeah.
did take karate. That's why I like stage.
But how
combat.
did I know that?
But still, they do 100%. The female fighting and beating the shit out of men in that story is awesome the way they did it.
Yeah, and the
And,
female.
and everybody gets the shit beat out of them, guys,
Yeah.
girls. Doesn't
It
matter.
doesn't
Everybody
matter.
gets beat up when they get in a fight.
It's beautiful.
It's like that wrist brace lasted for fucking 8 episodes. Did he hurt himself on set?
Yeah, the other protagonist, female protagonist in it,
Yeah.
is they don't treat her any different than a man in a
No,
fight. No,
yeah.
no, that's what's so cool to watch. Like they're like, you know, fuck genders. This is a fight, so she's got to fucking
Right.
dig and scratch and just. She kicks ass. I fucking love that show. You guys need to watch that. Anyway, that's a great plug for
Banshee
Banshee.
on HBO.
Anyway,
Show's been over for
a long time.
6-7 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute, but it's
Yeah,
it's
but
fucking
if you haven't
fantastic.
seen it, you
it's
need
one,
to.
It's one of the best. Okay, Holly, you said something earlier too. Like you said something about opera degree. I think it was.
Yeah.
You have a degree
Yeah.
in opera.
What?
I
What?
went to music conservatory.
Okay, so opera is crazy.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How
Talk
did you
about
get
some
into
backstabbing
that?
bitches in that
So
one.
while she was playing with swords, you were doing
Yeah,
opera?
yeah.
Seeing how
I mean-
high you could go or low you could go or
Yeah. Yeah. Singing is definitely one of my musical, like artistic interests. And I just started training with, so there's, do you guys know Village Theater by any chance? It's like one of the musical theater houses in Issaquah. And,
okay. I've
one
heard
of
of it. I've heard of it.
Yeah, yeah. So Mary Jo DeGaw, who has worked there done shows there for a long time, she was my voice teacher starting in middle school. And I just kept going with that all through college. Went to music conservatory for that. Grace actually also went to music conservatory with me. But yeah, I love it. And I love the like excellence that you can reach. It's such a high bar to be able to sing opera.
Yeah.
And then when you have that sort of foundation, it's kind of like ballet and dancing. Like that's the foundation for all other art forms. And you can
Right.
gain so much strength and versatility doing that. And then you can bring it into basically any other genre.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That
absolutely.
means we have to
insane.
write an opera, Holly.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
A combat opera.
Honestly, though, like we have to work with you guys. Like these are some of the baddest ass bitches ever.
They don't fuck
I
around.
love them.
I know.
They can do all
And
this bullshit.
and Grace has already said I could beat the shit out of her on set. I heard her basically
Whatever.
basically what she said.
No, and
That is
basically, if you don't think about it at
Kind
all.
of, sort of what I said.
That's kind of sort
Yeah.
of, but not
That's true.
really.
I've been on the receiving end of that enough.
I
Hey,
remember.
Holly, do you want to learn some sword fighting? And I'm like, this is heavy, Grace.
Shouldn't we start with a stick?
Dude, just hit that high note and that shit'll
Yeah.
shatter
There
right in your
you
hand. You know what I
go.
mean?
There you go.
You
Shatter
badass.
her blade with my high speed.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, you guys
I
are
don't think I've talked to
cool.
anybody who's ever gotten into opera. That's
No.
That's why it's like
But
I don't know
how-
shit about it
But are
except
you
for what you
not,
see in
like,
the movies.
So amazed when you see anyone do opera?
Oh yeah,
You're
totally,
like,
totally,
Oh, fuck.
totally. I gotta
you
sneeze,
do
Jesus.
that?
I just that's why I just turned away. I thought for sure I was going to sneeze. It went away.
Well, thanks, Chuck.
I talked it out
Okay,
of
it
you.
went away. It went away.
I talked it out of you.
Yeah, you did. Thank you. Okay. Wow.
But cool. What's such cool stuff that you guys are into and do?
Hey, okay,
So
let's-
Super
unique,
talented guys.
so
Let me-
unique.
okay, let's do a quick challenge. I know that Sam is the person of all the games. A quick challenge for everybody. The first one who says it wins. Name your favorite action movie that had a whole lot of beautiful operatic songs within it.
Drive.
Fifth Element.
Oh, I was gonna say Fifth Element.
That's what I said.
That is the first one that popped into my head.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Because that woman on that movie was amazing.
Yeah, Drive is good though, Sam. I know what song you're talking about from Drive.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Haven't seen Drive.
Yeah. When he
I still
beats the
haven't
shit
seen
out of that dude in the elevator and
Yeah.
the
I still haven't
music's
seen
playing.
Drive.
Okay, well, watch it.
Yeah,
I haven't seen Drive.
It's a great
I'm
movie.
the only human who hasn't seen Drive. I'm sorry.
It's a great movie. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, you need to see it.
Okay, so
You might have said that. You might have said that for your answer. I didn't hear Jason's answer.
I know, Jason. Back to you.
I thought Jason's screen froze. He's like sitting still so well.
He's like
He's a good listener.
he's doing the Weekend at Bernie's.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
It is not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again. Because there is no effort without error and shortcomings. But who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. The phrase daring greatly is from Theodore Roosevelt's speech, Citizenship in a Republic. The speech, sometimes referred to as the man in the arena, was delivered at the Sorbonne, forgive my pronunciation, I don't speak French, the Sorbonne in Paris, France on April 23rd, 1910. This is the passage that made the speech famous. This is, I'm reading to you from a book called Daring Greatly by Brene Brown. And this is before the introduction, what it means to dare greatly. And it's that little excerpt from this speech. How you doing, guys? Coach Rick here. Another installment of Coach's Corner. Are you giving your gift? Are you part of the Renaissance? Yeah. Are you doing your part to contribute to that? I know you are. Come on. We all are, right? We're all doing our best. I'm here to hopefully be a little wind beneath your wings or in your sail to do some more. Bring it. Bring your gift. The world needs it. You are precious. And we need you. We need you to dare greatly. We need, I really love, I shouldn't turn my light off yet because there's actually a couple other things I wanted to share, just a couple of things that I underlined. But, the first part of that I think is crucial. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. F everybody. I'm trying to mind my language here. People can have opinions, and that's all they are. They're just opinions, right? They're just freaking opinions. Let them have their opinions. If you're following your heart, if you're acting from your heart, you're doing well, my friend. Don't let anyone stop that. Don't let anyone give that up, because it's you who's on the court. It's you who's in the arena, not the bystander saying, they should have done that better. What the fuck do they know? Because they're not in it, right? We're not concerned with them. All we're concerned with is that you're doing your best to be vulnerable out there for the greater good of all, right? Who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, because that's what you're going to get. Maybe not all the time, but you're absolutely going to get that if you are willing to do the work. And who at worst, if he fails, at least fails while daring greatly. You're out there for a cause, right? You're out there doing your thing. So just a couple of things that I underlined just in the introduction, right? This is not even, in other words, maybe consider checking out Brene Brown's Daring Greatly or any of her work. So here it is, page 8. Connection is why we're here. We are hardwired to connect with others. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives. And without it, there is suffering. Now, as artists, go ahead and apply that. I think if we're not doing our thing, we are suffering. Think about that. You're an artist. You're an actor. You're a musician. You're a writer. You're a painter, a sculptor, whatever it is. If you are not doing your thing, you are suffering. I can attest to this, having spent years of ignoring the truth, denial, right? Being in denial about the fact that if at certain points you walked into someone's office, they would have given you a prescription for pills because you were clinically diagnosed as, having depression or something. Be read like that by a lot. If you're an artist, you got to be doing your thing. You got to be giving your gift. You got to be putting your heart into your work. Otherwise, you are suffering. And our art is how we communicate and connect with others, right? One more. This is just turn the page here. And I highlighted this years ago. Wholehearted living is about engaging in our lives from a place of worthiness. It means cultivating the courage, compassion, and connection to wake up in the morning and think. No matter what gets done and how much is left undone, I am enough. It's going to bed at night thinking, yes, I am imperfect and vulnerable and sometimes afraid. But that doesn't change the truth that I am also brave and worthy of love and belonging. That's some good stuff. And you're not just worthy of love and belonging. You are also worthy of contributing. You have something to offer. You are a piece of the puzzle. You are a crucial part of the painting. Without you, it is incomplete. Think about that. The painting isn't complete unless you're a part of it, right? Unless you are shining the colors that you need to shine for the painting, for that work of art. The world needs you. Yes, I'm talking to you, just you. The world needs you. Not going to happen if you're not on the court, if you're not in the arena, if you're not daring greatly. It takes courage. We have a film shooting in town. One of the actors came and spoke to our students. He was born in another country, came to this country, but growing up, the one channel, a lot of reruns and everything, and he watched and he watched and he watched, and he just knew that's what I want to do. And growing up in East Berlin, Eastern Germany, there weren't a lot of opportunities for that. He came to this country and he started to train. And he immersed himself, created his own graduate program, if you will. Like, you go to these graduate programs, you get dance and you got movement and speech and voice, and you get all that. Well, he did it. He was in martial arts and singing and dancing and you name it. And he went years without booking anything, without any confirmation that he's on the right path. So many of us need that, or needed that along the way. One of his first films that he booked was, acting across Tom Cruise. Worth the wait, maybe? Or a great example of what it takes. You're going to need to strengthen your faith and trust that following your heart is a worthy cause, right? That your pursuit is worthy, has merit. You're worthy of being one of its messengers. You're worthy of maybe being more than just a messenger also. Maybe you're worthy of greatness. Maybe you're worthy of being one of the greats. The only question is, are you willing to be that? Dare greatly. Have the courage. Have the courage to make a fool of yourself. Have the courage to fall flat on your face. Why? Because you know you have something to communicate. You know you have something to share. You know you have something to contribute that's going to make a difference in someone's life, that's going to touch someone's life. And that life, God knows how many lives they're going to touch because of that. The pebble in the pond or the stone in the pond and the ripples, right? Again, we talk in a quantum effect, and you have a thought and a star 1 billion miles away vibrates with that same frequency, that same vibration. We are so powerful. We weren't taught that. No school that I went to good schools, apparently, Catholic schools, private schools. I never understood why people, when they met me and discovered I went to graduate school, said, "Oh, so you're smart." No, I'm stupid. I was a crappy student. I was not smart. I was stupid most of my life, according to my own belief system. No, I was ADHD, apparently. Whatever the hell that is, too. I'm learning more about it, but dare greatly. Get in the game. Commit to it. Give it your all. Go for it. I shared a quote that someone else had shared. So when you're interested, you do what's convenient. When you're committed, you do whatever it takes. That's John Asra. Another very interesting speaker. You have something to offer. You have something to give because you're unique. Commit to it. If you're interested, yeah, okay, fine, yeah, okay. And you know what? That's fine to try something on. But if it's in your heart and you know it's there, then go for it. Get on the court. Get in the arena. Take your blows. So what? Get up. Denzel quotes something that you hear often, which is, fall down 7 times, get up 8, right? He said that in a speech. Maybe not exactly like that, pretty close. There is no failure, there's only learning opportunities, as Brian Tracy says. You can never fail if you never quit. You're just learning the next step and learning the next step. But what I hope you hear is that you are the most important part of the equation, that what you have to contribute matters and makes a difference. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for listening. And again, you want to get in touch. Aaron's been putting the email down there. You have any topics you want to hear or any questions, let me know. Take care. Lots of love and peace.
But okay, we've talked about how badass these girls are, but
Yes.
Jason's badass too. Like this dude.
You're
no,
biased.
No.
You're biased about
Go
Why-
ahead.
how-
Go ahead,
how
Sam.
am I biased?
You go ahead, Sam. You
Okay,
tell him
listen.
what. You go ahead.
This is why Jason's so badass. So he shows up at my house for like just a little short that we were doing at the time. It was a horror short, and he just randomly just comes up to me and starts talking about my octopus movie, and he's like, "Yeah, I did one of these for my project," and he's like, "If you need anything," and he gives me his card.
Smooth
Oh
as
my
fuck.
god. So yeah, definitely.
Yep.
So yeah, coolest dude ever, and he brought it with my movie, and then we asked him to do an interview. He totally hit that.
Yep.
He went with us to Friday Harbor.
Which
Just doesn't even know us and just goes on a road trip with us to Friday Harbor.
Yeah, which was one of the worst things to do.
But it was fun. I mean,
It's too far, dude.
you can't be around Jason and have a bad time.
No,
Am I
he was
right?
chill.
Like,
You were chill.
can't.
I'm like
it's so
white knuckling the fucking thing. I'm
Somebody's
just
gonna
like,
throw me off the boat.
The boat ride to this island. I swear to God, it was like the island Dr. Moreau we were going to and shit. I'm like, what the fuck are
it's
you
too
doing
much
out
white
here?
people shit for Aaron.
I'm black.
That interview was so incredible, though.
It was
It
great.
good.
Get it? Yeah, everything that he had to say was just mind blowing.
It really was. It really was.
That's
It's
why I
beautiful up
chased
there
him,
too.
yeah.
That was my first time being up there.
Same.
So thank you guys for bringing me along.
Oh, fuck
No, thank you for coming. Gosh.
And
yeah.
he didn't.
Yeah, of course.
Didn't he also help you with the artist Dakota?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Dakota Hart.
Also,
He brought her.
yes,
He
yes.
brought a lot to your movie, Sam.
He
really
brought
did.
an absolute ton. I almost felt like I should have given him more credit than I took myself because he really looks like made my movie.
Wait a second. Okay, so Grace has been to the premiere, and Jason has been to a couple of ours from the first showing and everything.
Yeah.
Sam tried to give credit to everybody else but her. I mean,
Well-
every time she opened her mouth, she was like, "Oh no, I could have done this." It's like,
Yeah.
Sam, you can take
Like-
a little bit of credit.
I feel
It's
like I was
okay.
just the-
You did an amazing job. Take a little credit.
Okay, but everyone else made
Take.
it.
Don't
so
give. Take.
It was just kind of an idea that I had, and then
Well, that's where it
everyone else,
starts, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
where it
guess.
starts
starts.
with an idea, and then it blossoms into what you made.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
look what happened to them with Rogish. I mean, the same thing. That's
Yeah.
what they're saying. They had this
Right.
idea. He wrote it. These guys were able to expand it, and then all these people came out of the woodwork and were like, "Dude, right here." Their hands were raised,
Yeah.
like, "I'm here, I'm here, I'm here," and they
But
just
yes, my point about Jason
great.
is that he is great to be around. He's always positive. He always brings it. He's always got lots of good ideas.
Yeah.
Very smart and very talented.
You ever notice she doesn't
yeah.
say that kind of shit about us, and she's known us a long time?
too long. Yeah, that's why we tainted her. Yeah.
I think we broke her.
What I loved about you, Jason, too, is how you did what you did, and you just were smooth about it. You were fucking smooth, bro.
just smooth, period.
Because
Because
he
he-
not name drop the source, by the way. The short is the short film that we were working on.
The
The
Source,
source
yes.
you can find
Yeah,
on
The
their
Source,
YouTube
yeah.
channel.
Yeah, no, but I would have never known Jason if he didn't reach out to us, and he did. So he obviously saw what we were doing online, and he reached out, and we were like, "Yeah, dude, fuck yeah, come on, help us." I had no idea who this guy was, and he shows up and does his little part, which was just a silly little thing we were doing, just having a few people over, having some fun with a fucking GoPro, and next thing you know.
Hospital gown.
Yeah, dude. But what a great experience it was because we got to know
Totally,
him.
yeah.
And he got to talk with us, and he
Yep.
got to share what he was trying to do and
Yeah.
what he was trying to accomplish. And we fell in love with you, man.
Yeah, totally.
And I mean, and that's
Totally.
it. That's it. And because of that, shut up, Chuck.
We're like, yep, we got you. You're a part of our family now. Sorry.
But it was smooth, you know. It was
was.
just so. It was perfect.
If
It
you
was
Yeah,
like
it
if
was
you
good,
break
it
into
was good.
smooth again, if you break into a song here.
I loved it. I loved it.
Well, I mean, I love the project. Like I saw that poster hanging up, the one right behind Chuck there, and I was like, I have to be a part of that.
Yeah.
I literally just did that story for my capstone project at UW, and I was like, I've got to figure out who they've been talking to, what story they have, what they know that I don't, and I was like, I just want to be a part of it. So.
Thank you
I'm super
so
grateful that you
much.
brought me along.
Thank you for being a part of it.
Okay, now here's the other funny
great.
thing, though.
It's great.
So not to get off of Jason for a minute, and the ladies are like, Jesus Christ, I thought we were all on the show.
I know. We gave them perks for
Amazing. I second everything you guys are saying.
To pile on top of Jason of everything else, of helping us out with the giant Pacific octopus, we decide, hey, on a Sunday, Jason, are you available to come over and help us film a scene? Because, Aaron and I are both in a scene. It's going to be chaotic. For Say Goodbye over my other shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
And so not only does he show up ready to go, Aaron gives him the hardest possible shots to pull off. I'd like you to swoop around this tiny ottoman in this gigantic ottoman in this tiny room. Don't just swoop around and get the whole perspective of everything. Oh yeah, he's trying to go up and over and keep the fucking steady cam. He's sweating more than I am, and I'm an overweight old white guy.
Yeah. He was busting his ass to get it.
And that's what you get when Jason shows up.
Yeah. With a smile on
I
his
will
face
do everything
the whole
I can to get that right. And
Yeah.
Jason, you did a great job. We're probably going to reshoot that scene.
Honestly, though, you saved our ass in Giant Pacific Octopus with what you shot at Friday Harbor.
Oh, he did save our
Yes,
asses.
because
My
Aaron-
angle sucked.
Yeah, Aaron's angle was trash, so
My angle was
you
straight.
saved the day. You saved
You
the
did.
life.
That was a hard room to light.
It was.
It was
yeah.
shit.
It was really hard room to light. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Well, it was
like,
a hard. Yeah.
similar to what I have going on right here, the sun's going down, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
it doesn't look so great.
No,
Yeah.
no. Mine was diarrhea. It was horrible. It was a horrible angle.
Brown would have been a good color to have in
Like
the
that.
background. You didn't have anything. Wasn't it a white or yellow room or something?
It was a nothing in the room kind
It was
of
a science lab.
It was
so
the
you can
worst.
imagine everything was just white and sterile.
And I was
Yeah, it
so
was.
mad when I got there. I remember Grace, Holly, just hear me out. When we're going to this island, I'm at least.
Oh, he's
I'm-
already mad.
Yeah,
He doesn't
because I'm
know-
already pissed that we had to take this long fucking trek to get to this guy. And Sam's like, he's gonna be worth it. I'm like, he better
was.
be fucking worth it.
He was.
So we get there, and I'm like, all right, we got to go around and get off the fucking ferry. We're driving through all these back roads. I'm already scared. It's a small town. It's weird. It's like 3 black people there. 2 of them already dead. I'm the only one left. And
Oh my god.
when we finally get to this place, I'm
You
thinking
are
it's
half white, by the way.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like Star Labs, like fucking from the Flash. This cool place. This place was fucking hood.
It was like a military
It was so
compound.
ghetto. It was so ghetto, and I'm like, oh man, where are we gonna film? Yeah, and then he comes out, our interviewer comes out, and we're like, okay, there he is, and he's like, okay, we could probably film in my little spot, and I'm like, cool. I'm like, hopefully he's got like this good, like cool lab and office, and we go in there, and it's just fucking shit everywhere, and I'm just like. But you know what? It didn't matter because he was worth it.
Yeah, he was worth it.
And that's the
Yeah,
funny
he
part.
was.
And
He was.
him and his hair took up the whole scene, took up the whole shot anyway. So
It was great. It was great.
Yeah.
Okay.
he was amazing.
All right. Enough about that. Okay.
You want to play a game?
Oh shit!
Yeah. Let's play a game real quick.
You guys wanna
let's
play
break
a
it out.
game?
We'll
Hey,
segue
Chuck,
from
you want
the
to
game.
lose something else
Okay.
today? Sure, let's go ahead and throw something else in there.
Wait, are you saying you're going to lose?
I'm not saying I'm going to win because I've tried to play your games in the past and I'm 0 for 836.
Some of them are not winning losing games, but
That's
just
true.
opinion games. And
Okay.
This is one of those.
Okay. All right. What are we gonna play?
I always win when somebody feels uncomfortable. Ladies, how you
Do
feeling?
you?
Confident and brave.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Here we go.
Grace
Fuck,
is
I'll
like
work on it.
it's an uncomfortable laugh.
All right. What do we got, Sam? What are we gonna play?
Okay. Would you do it?
Would you do it?
Would you do it?
Would you do it?
You do it.
So I'm going to give you a scenario, and you're going to say yes or no. Would you do it? And you can
Expand on that answer. if
expand
you'd
on
like.
that. We
Okay.
love that.
Yeah, that's right.
But,
That's the fun part.
But not too much because that would be really long. And there's a lot, just because there's a lot of us.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
So would you do it? The first one is, and guests always go first. I don't know which one of you is going to go first.
Let's
but-
have Holly go first.
Okay.
Holly
She's
will go first.
sitting on bated breath. Ready?
Yeah, ladies first. Holly,
She's
Grace,
ready
and then
to go.
Jason.
Holly, Grace, and Jason.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Would you do it? Ready?
Yes, I would.
You had twice as good of sex every time, but you have to have sex every day or you'll die. Would you do it? Would you do it?
Okay, so just to be clear, it's twice as good
Twice
as
as
like,
good as you've ever
but it
had,
has to be every day.
but it has to be every day.
Okay.
but it's twice as
Sure,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, you're doing it. Yeah.
Why
It's a
not?
great answer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Great answer.
Yeah,
Fantastic answer. Yeah. All right.
All the guys are like, yeah.
That's a great answer. Yeah.
Grace
This
is
is,
like, I didn't need to know that.
it's going to be one of our best shows.
Fine.
And I'm sorry, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the whole sister. Yeah, awkward.
Yeah, this
okay,
show's gonna-
anyway.
I'm guessing they have more intimate moments than this show.
This show's going to blow up. Trust me. This is going to be great.
All right, Grace, you're up. Would you do it?
Or die.
No, that is not or die.
Oh, what was it?
I would.
You would do it?
She would do it, yeah.
Okay.
See?
I would.
Okay.
All right.
If it's with somebody you love, it's not that much of a hardship.
Right.
Great answer.
Well, yeah, it's not a, I guess it's not a
Okay.
challenge if it's with somebody you love.
Yeah, what if you don't have anybody to love at the moment and you still had to do it? Ooh. You got to find
That's
somebody.
where I'm at, because I'm going to say no.
You're gonna say no, Jason. You're gonna say no.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I
You
think
could-
there's so
not
much
every
more
day.
to live for them.
Okay. Fair enough. I agree.
All right, repeat the question one more time before we come to us. I just want to make sure I get the question right.
You had twice as good of sex as you've ever had,
Okay.
but you had to have sex every day or you'll die.
Or you'll
But
die.
every day you would have that great twice as good of sex as you've ever had.
Right.
But you have to have it every day.
Okay. Got it.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah,
you're
because
gonna do
twice
it?
as good as sex for me is easy. It's easy because I don't do really that great anyway. So, you know what I mean? So it's just little baby steps every day, and that's going to be
I don't know if that was an
double.
insult to me or not.
No,
but
it's just me. My performance level sucks. That's what I'm saying. I can't do it no more.
I'm
I'm
not
too
gonna
old. I can't
confirm
fucking
or
do it.
deny that.
I can't do it. It sucks. Yeah, it's horrible. And like with you, Jason, since you're like single guy, it's totally fine. You know, you just jerk off harder. It's fine. Every day. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Why did I pick
Because
this
it'd be fine. He
question?
can make
Okay.
it.
How about you, Chuck?
He can do it. All right,
Would
Chuck.
you do it?
I'm actually torn on this one.
Wow,
because-
really?
Well, yeah, because I mean, think about
Why are you torn?
read the question again,
Okay.
or read the statement again.
You had twice as good of sex every time, but you have to have sex every day or you'll die.
Okay. What if we're on a shoot and it goes for longer than 24 hours?
That's what I'm saying. I'm fine.
Well,
'Cause
you
it
would
doesn't take
die.
me
I'm just
very
gonna
long.
fucking die because I'm filming a movie
Unless
that's gonna be
you,
amazing.
or you'd have to go in somewhere sometime.
And then here's my
get
other question.
funky
So,
real
are you
quick.
saying that every time I have sex, it doubles the experience doubles each time, right?
That's what I'm reading it as.
Yeah.
Because if it's only doubled from what I've had
time you
in
have
3 days, I've had the same shit I've had in the last 3 days. I'm sick of fucking pancakes with syrup. I want waffles. Okay, so is it doubling each time? Because if it's doubling each time, I'm also almost 50 years old. Bitch, you're trying to fucking kill me on the air.
Oh my. Okay. So is that a no, Chuck?
I don't know. I forgot the question. No, I would actually
You sound
say.
sexually frustrated.
I would just say no.
Okay.
Okay.
I would not take
No.
it because of the death scenario.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, okay.
Fair
So
enough.
that
So you don't
puts
think
a
you're
no
gonna
on
make
it.
it?
All right.
No, I've already thought I was going to die by not getting laid. I don't want to actually do it if I don't one day.
I'll roll the dice. I'd do it.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
about
with the
living.
ladies. I'm with the ladies. I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
it's about
good. You guys are together. You're going to both have sex every day.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Jason and I are going to go have a drink. Bye.
yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, you ready for the second one?
We are ready.
Oh, thank God. There's more questions.
This one is not as
That's okay.
awkward.
The first one's a great one.
I can change that.
All right, guys. Are you ready for this one, though?
Yes.
This is going to be a good one.
Okay.
Listen up. You make it to Hollywood. You make it in Hollywood. Whatever. Make it to Hollywood.
Okay.
But you never make any money. Would you do it?
Okay. All right. Holly. it's up to you.
Like zero money?
No
like
money.
no money?
Well, you make no money from that.
From Hollywood.
Relatively?
Hollywood.
Or,
So you have the
You
stardom,
make
but
it to
you don't make any
Hollywood.
money
You
doing
have
it.
all the stardom, but you don't make any money.
Okay. Got it.
Do
So
you
like
do it?
half of the actors in Hollywood.
Would you be famous without the money? Basically.
You know, I think I would, but it
Really?
wouldn't be for the fame. It would be because like the people that I want to act with are there.
Oh,
Okay.
no, that's a great
Fair
answer.
enough.
Okay.
No, that
I
is a
got
good
you.
answer.
That's fair.
Circle. Yeah, there's just like the certain like storytelling and the people that you want to make stuff with. That's where they are.
Yeah.
And so it would be fulfilling.
Okay.
That's a great way to look at it.
Okay.
So yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
think
that
of
is
That's
creative
great.
way to
Look at
look
Holly.
at
Look
it.
at the
Okay.
big brain on Holly.
I
That was
know,
no joke.
right?
I love it. I love it.
You're a producer.
I love it. Love it. Grace,
Grace?
what do you got?
Like I was gonna say something similar to Holly, but I'm kind of like waffling because I feel like to go as hard as I would want with filmmaking and do it like full time, it's easier when you don't have to have a stream of income from somewhere else. Like it's doable, but like balancing a job, like a real quote unquote, you know, daytime day job, filmmaking, and then like family and friends, like finding that balance has been pretty hard for me, especially this last year.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking I would probably have to say no, but I would pursue it maybe in like a smaller market where I could make some money or something
There
like
you
that.
go.
I'm with you. Okay. All right.
That's
Great
creative.
answer.
Good answer
Great
too.
answer.
All right, Jason.
I'm actually pretty torn on this one. Because like Holly said, it's not about the fame.
Yeah.
For me at least. And there's got to be some sort of income there. But you can still do Hollywood work and do the important stuff on the side that's going to give you the income. For me,
just don't have any
it's you know,
kids yet.
creating content that's going to connect with people, that's going to amplify voices, that's going to make those societal changes for the better. That's what I'm in this for.
Right.
And if money comes along with that, then even better.
Great answer, buddy.
That is
okay.
a good answer.
Yep.
I love that.
That's
Okay.
yes and no.
Yeah,
I'm
I
with you.
get it.
Oh.
Charles or
Yep.
Aaron,
Oh,
who's
who-
going? Aaron, go.
go.
Okay.
Go, Aaron.
I'm gonna say yeah. I'll do it.
You'll do it.
Yeah, because of the fame alone. That's it. That's all I care about. No, I'm just
Okay.
kidding.
I mean, I
No, I'm
believe
just
that.
fucking- No, I'm just fucking. I knew you'd say that.
I totally believe it.
No, I honestly think I would say no because I want to prove that we can make money outside of Hollywood. Honestly, I really do. I really do with these indie films. I like this area that we're in. I think you can do it. I think that there is enough out there, even like with the Unreal 5 engine. There's enough for us to do this stuff and become successful at it, whether it's fame or money or both. It doesn't matter. But even like Jason said, it's you still have a voice. You know what I mean? So no, fuck Hollywood. I'm not going. I wouldn't go. Nope.
Charles?
Not gonna do it. And I love everybody that Hollywood go see. That's why it made me go, fuck. She's making a good point. Like I'd want to go act with those people or direct those people. That would be fucking great, right?
Right.
I see people with Tom Cody all the time right now. Michael Pare is all over fucking Facebook. People we know, and they're all acting with Michael Pare. And I'm like, dude, that's from Eddie and Cruiser, bro.
Right.
Lucky bastards. Bam. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Chuck. Sorry. I didn't mean to take it.
You guys all gave
Can I keep talking?
some beautifully wonderful, philosophical, thoughtful answers.
Oh, no.
I'm going to keep it simple. If I have the fucking stardom, I don't have to pay for shit.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk
Wait,
into,
if you're a girl, you're not a girl.
I'm gonna fuck you. I'm a star from Hollywood. I'm gonna walk
I mean,
into
that's
Qdoba and be
the
like, "Hey, I'll sign some.
privilege we
Hey
have.
guys, how you doing today? I'll sign some signatures. Hey Jose, make me a fucking quesadilla. You know, I'll sign some signatures and they'll bring me a quesadilla and I'm out. Bye."
If I was Jose, I'd slap the shit out of you.
Jose wouldn't slap shit. First of all, I'm 6'4" and he's 5'2".
I don't give a
I've
shit.
already established what Jose looks like, and he doesn't have to be Mexican to work at Qdoba.
I was gonna just
let's
say
be
that.
straight. Mikey and Johnny over here at fucking Gig Harbor High School work at fucking Qdoba. Sorry. Anyway, but no, everybody who knows me knows my answer. I would not sacrifice anything to go to Hollywood. I don't ever want to end up in Hollywood unless I'm shooting something and I can come home. But other than that, fuck yeah, I'd use the stardom if I could. Because that sounds like fun.
Okay. So yours is like a yes and no too then.
Yeah, he's
kinda.
a yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a yes on the
Okay.
goofy side and a fuck, of course not. But, you know,
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's
well,
it. Would you do it?
would you do
Do
it?
you?
Do you have none more?
Well, I just have.
She usually has three.
I have an opinion. If you want to
I
know
would love
my
it.
answer.
Yes, please. I love your
But,
answers.
you
She
know.
doesn't usually answer.
She
so it
doesn't
throws me
usually
off.
play. Go ahead.
Well,
Play.
no, but this time I'm going to.
Oh, great. All right.
I'm just gonna throw my.
Come,
I don't
Sam,
usually
play with us.
because when you guys
Can
end
we
it, I don't
play
really.
a game?
I don't chime in. But
This time you have an opinion.
You got
yeah,
something to
because
say.
I do have an opinion.
Please say it.
I'm not selling my soul for Hollywood. Hell, the fuck no.
You didn't say
Not doing it.
You didn't
I'm
say
not
you
doing
sell
it.
your soul. You said you'd be famous but
excuse me,
broke.
but if you go to Hollywood, you have to sell your soul. That's the thing. So you know. You don't know. You better just recognize.
Can't sell what you ain't got.
I
I
fully
certainly
believe
wouldn't
that.
want to live there.
No, me neither.
No.
No, it does not look appealing.
No, it's hot. Damn hot.
I actually don't want to be around the people. You want to know why? Because I think they're cool from where I sit. but I don't think I'd find them cool if I was meeting them.
You know what? That's a good point. I didn't even think of that.
And then I'd be really disappointed and pissed off that they're just shitty people like everyone else and just
That's
shit.
right. That's right.
I'd be mad.
Yeah, well, that's what.
Never meet your heroes.
Right.
Yeah, it's like what Kevin Smith
Damn it,
talked
I
about
thought you
when.
were cool.
Yeah, when Kevin Smith talked about meeting Bruce Willis and working on Cop Out,
Yeah.
and how Bruce Willis is just a fucking dick.
Yeah.
And he was just like, it broke his heart. And I'm like, damn, I never thought of that. That sucks.
I feel like Hollywood people are spoiled people for the most part, and most of them were like born. They knew somebody who knew somebody.
You grew up in Gig Harbor. You're ready to go to Hollywood.
No, I'm not.
I mean, they could be.
Excuse
We don't know.
me. Don't offend me like that. What is wrong with you?
You know, though, that's the interpretation we may have of that, because we don't want to think they can be just like normal people, though. You know,
No, I
they
think
could be
they
just
are.
like normal folks. Like Harrison Ford's a normal fucking guy. He doesn't even live in fucking Hollywood, and that's a fucking superstar. Right?
And that's the funny thing is think of the guys, think of the actors that you do like.
Yeah.
That don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the cool ones.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They don't reside in Hollywood.
But, well, it's not about residing in Hollywood, but just being a part of Hollywood.
Well, when Jason
You're
gets
a Hollywood
done,
star. You're a Hollywood star.
when Jason gets done with the Film
Where you live
Institute
there.
stuff and he ends up in Hollywood, he's going to be able to tell us all. That's what's
Yeah.
going on. Yeah, he'll know.
And then you can be like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You can come here. It's fine.
Yeah,
and then you'll bring us there. And then we'll
Yeah,
be
and then
like,
I'll come
"Oh,
down,
okay.
and he'll be like, "Remember when we played that game? You guys said you would be here." I was like, "What game? I didn't say anything about the game."
Sorry,
fucking
Sam.
great.
Sorry, Sam. You're not invited. You said you wouldn't
Delete
sell your
video,
soul.
Delete video.
Oh man!
Too funny.
All right, Madland sisters here. You said Madland Productions, right? Earlier.
Yes.
So you got to. Do you have a production company? Like this is something you guys are really taking forward, right?
We do.
All right. How'd that get started?
Well, yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah, so it kind of started, gosh, I guess doing the 48-hour things with Jason and the one we done prior to meeting him was kind of like our proof of concept for ourselves of like, can we do this? Like, we think we're gonna like this. Will we like it, and can we do it? And it turned out the answers to all of those was yes. And so we're like, all right, next step is like, let's start meeting people. Let's like build our little core team. And I think we're both in a position where like we've always been creative people, and it's really tough when you're like a creative person to not make creativity a big part of your life.
Right.
And I think like through our 20s and everything, you know, we were like trying to get our feet under us, like hit the ground running with just like our lives. And after just doing like the normal, you know, American capitalism sort of thing, which
You
we're
mean the
super
American
lucky
dream,
that
right?
it- right.
Yeah.
Like I feel really lucky that I had such a great foundation. It kind of gave me the opportunity to sit back and like reflect on what I want to do. And I think we both kind of sat down and we're like, you know what, like, let's just take a risk. Let's do something that could be really big, that's going to feel really like personally fulfilling and possibly have an impact for other people. You know, something that like we're controlling, we're directing the ship. And so we kind of just like, it was like one of those leap off a cliff and hope your parachute works kind of moments. It's like, let's just like go for it, and like let's get our game plan, let's get the like 5-year vision and just take step after step. So we're still kind of at the beginning, but I think that was kind of like just what it was. It was like, you know what, let's just do it. And then that was kind of like as much as we thought, and then we did it.
And you know what?
I love
That's
I
how it
love
starts.
that.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
basically it.
It is.
Yeah.
Can't do
It is.
shit until you take that first.
You got to take the step and do it. You said
Yeah.
core team too, and I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And that's
I like
what you
that.
need. You need that team. I'm super
Yeah,
impressed with
right.
people that can get it going on their own and just kind of wing it, and they find stuff. But I don't think that's what it is. I mean, from the outside it looks that way, right?
Right.
But they did meet people. They still had connections. They still made a team.
Yeah.
Even though they don't say that. I love people that say I created a team.
What I like
Or
how
I was lucky enough to have a team. Something of that
We
matter.
knew that would be one of the most important things for us because, you know, talking earlier about accessibility of information, like we've learned a lot about filmmaking, but you know, you can get a degree in lighting. Like I've been spending years training in acting, not lighting. Like I need someone who knows how to do that.
Right.
You know, like the reason that the credits on movies are so long is because it takes a ton of knowledge about how to do those things if you want to make quality work that we're looking at making, you need people that share your vision and you trust, who know how to do those things.
Yep. That's exactly right.
Yes.
I love that.
So let me ask you this. So do you all also act in what you're putting together?
Yeah. Grace and I think are the main actors. Maybe we'll get Jason on screen. I don't know. What do you say, Jason?
I don't know how much I can say, but I definitely want to be in the fan film that we talked about.
I asked that because we have found ourselves over the years that we've been doing this, always being in our own movies.
Yeah.
And more recently, the more I don't want to say legitimate, but the more we put into our production values, I'm like, I want to be less and less in our movies. And it's like, because there's so much to do. There's enough to do without me having to be like, oh my God. I mean, we had one for doing Say Goodbye. We had one day where we had to set everything up ourselves, film the shots, do all the stuff. And it's like, oh yeah, shit. I have lines. I got to fucking remember my lines are before we actually start filming.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
And then I got
Hard to
stuck,
do it
and then I
all.
got pissed. And then it was 30 minutes of Chuck having a moment, and he's like, dude, just fake it. And I'm, no, I don't want to fake it. That's just it. We don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We're not faking it anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was just curious, what's your experience like of being behind and in front of the camera?
Yeah, I mean, like, for on my side of things, like, that was kind of one of the main ideas of like why I even started on this track was like being an actor. You know, I was kind of like, I'm going to make my own opportunities. Like, I'm auditioning, I'm getting cast in some stuff, but like, I want to be in a movie that's like the kind of thing I want to do. So let's just make it. And then the pandemic hit and I was like, I don't want to stop acting. So
I get it.
So it was just like me, Holly, my boyfriend, and like our good friend with like a DSLR camera. And we just like made a movie for the 48 hour. And then when we got with Jason and Holly she wrote the script and was in front of the camera and I directed that one. And that's when I realized like, oh man, like I really like being behind the camera too. Like what am I going to do? Because I cannot imagine directing and acting in a project all at once. Like that's just so much stuff going on. So I kind of like, we both want to keep acting. I'm not sure if we'll be in every single one or not. I mean, like for now, I think we're both still trying to like pursue that route, but other people are really talented too. And I kind of feel like whatever's going to serve the story the best is kind of the most important thing. It's not just like a glory trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not? Oh,
How
shit.
cool though that you have each other and you can like, okay, you direct this one, I'll act in it. Okay, you direct this one, I'll act in it.
That's beautiful.
It's so
Perfect.
fun.
You want it's absolutely perfect.
Stars of
Here's-
being a twin.
If there was two of me, that would be great.
Like, Grace focused primarily on the choreography and sword fighting and her character and stuff for this one, and I was the one like organizing everybody and figuring out budgets and all that kind of stuff.
Now, being in the same boat as you are, here's a fun challenge that I would put on both of our groups.
Uh-oh.
Don't anticipate being in a story. Audition for your own shit.
Yeah.
Are you good enough to be in your own story?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we started to do that. We we used to just make movies with each other. I mean, it was just Chuck and our kids and us.
Yeah.
We just made
A
something.
few friends that we get. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That
And then we
once
got
had-
more
we had once upon a
friends
time.
and more friends or whatever. But yeah, it was just us. So we always acted in our own stuff. Well, Aaron's always done everything basically, and we just kind of acted in his stuff. But what I'm saying is though how cool to have that to bounce. I've always been encouraging Aaron to back off of his movies and direct and not act because he always wants to act in them. He always has these characters that he sees himself being. And
I gotta play it.
He has to play them, and I just think that he shines. He's not a bad actor at all, but he shines being a director. He can direct like no other. He can make a set fun. He's a good director. So but I feel like he could put more into directing if he didn't act.
Yeah,
in it.
she's probably
so
right, too.
I try to like encourage him to do that because I think that's where he would make the productions better.
It's hard
because he
though.
could. It's too hard for him to do everything, but he always wants to.
I know it's hard. It's hard to let it go. I understand what Grace is saying because I never even really liked acting. I did it out of necessity
because we didn't have anybody else to do shit.
Yeah, and then when we did The Outrider, I'm like, oh shit, I like playing Marcus Ford. That was fun as fuck. I love that guy. You know, it was fun.
He got the bug.
It was fun.
18 years into the fucking acting.
Yeah, it was really fun. You know, I love the writing process. I love going out and filming the thing and helping everybody look badass on screen. You know, I love that part of it. But then they look badass on screen, and I'm like, I want to look badass on screen. I mean, that's how I feel. That's what I feel inside, and I'm like, fuck. So if I had auditioned against someone like Raymond Power, I'm like, fuck Raymond Power. I'll kick his ass. I can watch this in a heartbeat. Bring it on. I would love it. Raymond, if you're listening, beat your ass, Raymond Power.
Why are we always talking about Raymond?
because he's that guy. You know, he's that guy.
He's that guy.
No, I got it.
No, okay.
No, I would love to do it. I would love to do it, and he knows it. I mean, we talk shit about it all the time, but that's how I feel. It's like, no way, I got to do it. But I don't know. I think Sam's right. I got to pick something because I can't do it all. I mean, our productions are growing.
Yeah.
You know, these things get bigger, and you need, like you said, what's right for the story? What's right for the production? What's better?
Yeah.
And even though I'm like, I'm better, I'm probably not.
You know,
and that
you're very
sucks
talented.
to say, God
Aaron,
damn
you're
it.
talented in all these areas. You are very talented, and you can do it all. But the quality that we want to put out into the world requires more attention to detail and more, you know, and you can't do it all and have, you know, a perfect production or whatever. You know, and I'm not saying perfect, there's no such thing, but you know what I'm saying.
You right.
The better quality you're going to have where you put yourself into one area or two areas as opposed to like 5.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
And there's so many.
Being able to give up those other parts to other people and okay, now I have a lighting person or a sound person or someone else who's helping. That's what the team is.
That's what the team
is.
So really quick, I want to get your guys' idea on this too, but really quickly, we were sitting here talking about the shot lists for the Shape Chapter 3. Our boy Jason's actually going to be there helping us as a cameraman also.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason, because we're sitting there doing this, and Aaron's reading the shot lists. He's like, because he's, you know, I put together the shot list. I'm the director for Chapter 3, so he's like getting inside my head, and we're talking about this all. He's like, yeah, then I can do this, and I can do this. I'm like, Aaron, you're in the scene.
I was like,
it's the startup from the end of Chapter 2, so he's actually in the scene. He's like, oh shit.
And this one ought to be good.
We'll only have 3 cameras, not 4.
This one ought to be good because you guys are both in this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So he's just, you know, it had that moment to where it's like, oh.
I know.
And I saw how deflated he got because he was excited about how we're going to shoot it, what we're going to do.
Yeah. And then I put myself right into, I got to play Dean, and then I felt better. I'm like, okay, I'll play that character again. That's fine. I'll be a badass.
It's just one night, whatever.
That's fine. That's fine. Totally fine.
It is. Yeah, I think it's super beneficial to play every role on set that you can, whether it's acting, whether it's first AC, second AC, sound recordist, pretty much everything. So the last 48 hour that I just did, I was a part of Subliminal Ed Films with Ed Casanata. Super awesome guy. Ton of fun to work with. But he already had a DP. And I was like, okay, well, what do you need from me? Like, what do you need me to do on set? And he was like, well, you have camera experience. Do you want to be like an AC or whatever? And I was like, I'll do whatever you need me to do. And I ended up playing a lot of roles that day. I was the gaffer. I was the editor. I was the first AC. I did a little bit of DP work and got my hand on the camera as well, just because the DP wasn't there. So it was definitely a lot of running around trying to figure out how to do things. And I think that's where some of the best shots happen on set, is things that aren't necessarily planned, but somebody has a great idea on how to do it. And it's like, oh my God, let's try it. I'm up for just trying it and see how it works. Like on when we were doing the fight scene for Roguish, Eric was like, hey, we should do it from this way. And I was like, let's do it. And I ended up using 2 of those shots in the final edit. So
I totally get it.
Being that way, being open-minded like that is actually extremely important, because even in Hollywood, if you hear stories or you watch the behind the scenes, a lot of stuff is improvised, and that's
some
the
of that
best
stuff
stuff.
Is taken,
That's the best stuff.
It is.
Always is. You have to be open-minded to hear other people's ideas, because sometimes you don't think about a way someone else does, and
that's right.
And then they open your eyes to look at it a different way, and you're like, oh shit, that would be kind of cool. Yeah. So definitely being open-minded is important with movies especially, because everyone on your team is going to have great ideas.
That's right. It's a collaborative effort. Absolutely.
If you're willing to listen to them, you're going to put out the greatest. Yeah.
Yep. If you don't listen, you're a dick.
Yeah, you're
a dick.
And you're
just
stupid.
a dick. You're just being stupid because the more minds, the better. I mean, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Yep. Just try it. It's it could just be a shot or two. That's a few seconds. Just try it.
Just
At least you have it.
Yeah.
At least you have it.
Exactly.
On a production
There's
note,
no reason not to.
On a production note, we're talking only about shots, angles, and all those kinds of different options, or adding something or ad-libbing something that's already part of the script. However, we're not talking about changing an entire scene of the script the day you walk on set, being like, you know what, I just don't really like this.
No, that didn't work.
Don't do that. It will not work. We will not do that.
We had that happen.
That did happen.
That did happen. It was horrible.
Yeah. I hated it.
No, it's not about that. But
it's the one week that Aaron hated me because I did not show up to set that day. He's like, I let these fuckers do this to me.
Yeah, I let him do it too. That was my fault. I don't blame it. That was my fault. I let him do it, and I paid the consequences on that one. But whatever. There was I'm glad you talked about that, Jason, because when we did the first Shape, since we're talking about short films today,
sure.
The chapter 1. We had Ryan on camera with us too. He was playing camera
Ryan
B.
Smith.
Yeah, Ryan Smith.
Yeah.
And I'm focused on the shot list I created, and I'm making sure I'm getting those pieces of this puzzle right. I gave Ryan free will on that. I'm like, just be my B camera buddy. Use your eye, use your creative eye, and figure out what you think would look cool. When that motherfucker got in the car, when you were playing Michael and you did the death scene for Lee Raymond on the trunk, I didn't even think about
denting my car.
Sorry, Sam. Yeah, we dented her car.
Great shot.
Yeah, he did this interior shot through the car, through the dirty glass.
Oh my God, yeah, that was amazing.
It's the best shot in the movie.
It is.
I didn't come up with that. No. He was helping me on my shit, and he just thought of this and did it, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's nightmarish.
Yeah,
what he captured on camera, and I'm like, that's that shit. That's it right there.
Yeah.
So if I was a dick. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing in the car,
I mean,
bro?
you are a dick.
I need you over there.
The point.
Shut up, Sam. You know what I mean? I would have missed the magic that he brought.
Yeah.
And that's that stuff. So if you've got a team of people that you trust already, let them do their thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, Chuck. You got to keep in line. But when you get to a certain point with certain individuals that you know are talented,
yeah,
trust them.
Yeah.
Trust the process.
Yeah. And when you have the right team, it'll all come together like
absolutely.
It'll melt like butter. Like it just all comes together.
Dude, that's the name of the episode.
Melt like butter.
Melt like butter.
Melt like butter, baby.
And also that night of Ryan being in the car, you would have seen Michael standing there and be like, what the fuck's in the car? That was an interesting experience too, because I did not anticipate somebody being on the other side of that glass.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. But I
hope
totally
you guys
get it,
aren't
Jason.
using my car and
No, we won't use any more of your car.
good.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that dent.
It's
It was Chuck's fault.
Those dents.
It was Chuck's fault. I tried to fix them before
One
you knew.
dent.
I know.
I tried to fix them before
I
she
think you
saw
fixed
them,
them, and we did another take, and then we fucked it up again. I was like, fuck.
I know. It sucked. Oh well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam. Yeah, we did.
Hey, Tyler fixed the ones on the seat on the roof.
I don't think we did those though.
We didn't do
Okay,
anything on
well,
the roof.
someone did them, and Tyler pounded them out for me.
Was that the night you got pissed off and stormed out and sat on top of your car?
I never did that, but I mean,
Oh, that was me in '94.
entirely plausible.
Oh man.
I mean, it could happen, but I don't think it
were
did.
were they pounded out or were they pounded back down? Was somebody
he
trying to get out
pounded-
from inside the car?
No, it was in.
No.
So yeah. Someone sat their ass on the top of my car or something. I don't know what happened.
That's weird.
but
Well, it wasn't
something
me,
did.
because then
Wasn't me.
I would have been in the car.
Oh my God! Okay.
So you guys, where is Rogish at right now in post? Where you at?
We've got our 3-minute cut. Like it's pretty close to done. I think we're just gonna do some like tidying up there, and then we're actually also gonna do a longer like director's cut because we put so much effort into it. We should definitely do that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that one we haven't really gotten started on yet, but our next steps are talking to Anthony for music.
All right.
Awesome.
You read it right there.
Sound pretty much.
Okay. And who's doing sound design on this one? Because you got swords and shit. Who's making all the cool? Who's doing all that? Is that
I
you,
am.
Jason? Yeah, bruh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big undertaking, but I feel like sound is my weakness. So I think this will be a good exercise for me.
Absolutely, it will be. Yep.
Yeah.
You'll see
It'll
it.
be good. Yeah.
Yep. And then you'll do something. You'll be very proud of it. And then like a year from now, you'll listen to it and be like, "Fuck! I could have
It
mixed all
sucked.
those sounds. I could have added layers to this and done that. You know what I mean?" And you'll
It's
find it.
all a learning
It is.
Yeah, it's all a learning thing. Yeah.
Just always remember the bass in all of your high-pitched sounds. There should always be a low with a high.
As far as I'm concerned, if everything you make is a little bit better than the last thing you made,
You're on the right path.
You're doing good.
You're doing good.
Absolutely.
Good.
You're doing good. Man, you guys, I love it. I love it.
Great team you got.
You guys got a great team. You guys are awesome.
Well,
Awesome.
I guess, are we all a team? Because Jason is like in our team and he's on their team.
Jason's
so,
like,
are we all a team?
Yeah.
I think we are.
Jason's like the kid we had between, and he's the link between the mixed family. I think that's what it is.
We're blending.
Yeah. We'll let you guys have Jason this
blended
weekend. We get him
family.
next weekend. Though, you know what I mean?
Actually, that's legit. You guys can do whatever you want with him this weekend, but next weekend we got
Yeah.
I know.
we'll
Yeah,
need
he's
him all.
ours. Sorry.
Yeah.
We'll
We're
need him on
actually
Saturday night at
serious.
least.
We'll be exchanging Jason off like in Kmart parking lot, like those fucking divorced parents and shit.
Get your own fucking car seat.
It's like, how was your weekend with the Madlands? Funny.
What did they talk about this week? Did they talk about me? What were they talking about? Did they ask?
Yep. If they even ask me for fucking support, I'm fucking bailing.
Did they give you money for soccer?
Oh, Jason, you have to. You're gonna have two homes.
Did you tell your other mommy that you want a new microphone? Did you tell your other mommy? Okay, well you go tell her you want another microphone. I just bought your camera. I just bought your sneakers.
Too funny.
Got your sneakers. You ask her for the microphone. I got your sneakers.
I think we should just
New
blend us
camera
all
is
into
on
a
the-
big
is on the
family.
docket.
I think
Ooh,
I would too, Sam.
it is.
I agree with you on that, Sam.
Yeah. Just let's just blend all into one big one.
And we all should. That's what joining together is all about.
That is.
That's right.
That's okay.
And
I
I
talked
love
to Ed
these
about
girls.
this during the 48. We have so much talent here in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh God, you're not
And
lying.
The tax incentive that just passed opens so many doors for everybody.
Wait,
why
what
wouldn't we
tax
all
in-
create jobs together
Yeah.
and
What
make
tax
a
in-
big production?
What are you talking about? What
Absolutely.
tax incentive?
They did pass a giant tax incentive for the Washington State, and
Yes.
it is a great springboard to what could be. The only problem for it is dollar amount, as far as actually getting the tax incentive to work for getting a bigger production value up here.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
going to be that's a little bit harder part.
It
of
went,
Go ahead,
it
Jason.
went from 1 million to 15 million for the state of Washington. So it's not as good as it could be, but it's definitely, a step in the right direction.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about attracting others to keep films here.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, and what
productions
there
here.
is special with this place is there is a lot of talent here.
A ton.
People have a tendency to be artistic around here and creative around here, and there's so much talent, and we just kind of have been looked over. And in the music world, yeah, we've shined.
Yeah,
But
it's
in the
same
movie
thing.
world, we've kind of not been as much paid attention to. And I think we're all screaming out, pay attention to us because we're great.
Well, we can be the grunge filmmakers. We can
We
bring it
are
back.
the grunge filmmakers.
You know what I mean? We can bring
Yeah,
it back.
for
We can do
sure.
it. We can
Yeah.
do it. But we got to do it together for the most
Yeah,
part.
we do, for sure.
Yeah. If we don't do that, it's not going to happen as much. I mean, a few teams might make it.
Yeah.
But wouldn't it be cool if we could bring a lot of people with us?
I just
Yeah,
love the
That'd
fact
be
that
it
he's
would be.
the few of us, which includes the people on our screen with us.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and even the people
That's right.
the big people that we've talked to, and
Ask
I'm
them.
I'm speaking of Tom Skerritt especially
Yeah.
because he's from this area and he
Yeah.
does believe, like we do,
Yeah.
that there is so much talent here that he does like to do stuff with the talent around here, and
Yes, he does.
He definitely vouches for us because he knows there's talent here, and
Yeah.
he's definitely a voice to be heard.
And he
So-
does have the streaming platform
Yeah.
showcasing Pacific
Pretty much.
Northwest
Yes,
talent.
exactly.
does.
Yep. So there's a lot here, and we're just starting to kind of build something and come out there in the world and shine.
Yeah.
I think there's a confidence brewing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
And
there
I think
is.
the other great thing about this area is it just feels like everybody's so supportive in
Yeah.
general. I mean, there's always little verbal ups of whatever with different
Yeah.
perspectives, but I feel like it's not super cutthroat here. Like in general, people really are super happy when others succeed, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like, all right, so what's next? Like, how can we get you there?
Yeah.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
think that that's a really special environment, and
Yes.
it's not like that everywhere.
No,
So
it's
I'm really
not.
glad it's like that here.
No,
You're
it's
right.
not. Yeah,
you're
you're
right.
right.
Percentage wise,
There's not
it's
a lot
pretty
of
fucking
people-
high. I agree
There's
with
not a
you.
lot
Yeah.
of people that have the more jealous attitude.
Oh, I'm
there's
jealous though. I'm jealous like those pictures I saw of them with Michael Pare. That's bullshit. I want to be there. You know what I mean? But I get it.
My entire purpose of what I'm saying.
Okay,
right
go
now.
ahead. I got it.
Yes. Aaron is very jealous, just so y'all know. But anyway, no, but there's not a lot of that kind of attitude in the community. There's not. It's more of a helpful, like, can I help you? What can I do for you? How can I help?
Yeah.
That's more of the attitude. And you're right. It is special. It is different.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We did this for so long, and we had no idea people were even making movies up here. We had no clue.
We had no idea.
No clue. And I'm like, got on Facebook when we were like, I wonder if there's any like groups around here. And I looked and I was like, become a filmmaker. Because I was like, what the fuck?
There's a filmmaker group right here. They meet at Denny's. What the fuck?
I thought we were the only cool ones out here doing movies. I was like, dude, we're about to blow this place up. No one's doing movies out here. And we're like, Jesus Christ, look at all these fucking people making movies.
I know. And they're talented.
This is a bigger pond than I thought it was.
Yeah. And that was like 2017, 18.
Splash, splash,
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
But we made this
are.
podcast during COVID so that we could bring the film community here, especially together. And we've had guests from all over the place, which is great and it's amazing. But the inspiration is for the community here.
It is. Yeah. And that was the goal.
Join together.
It's awesome. Before we end the show, you guys, when can people see Roguish? And where can they see it when you guys do release this thing?
Well, we're gonna be submitting it to some film festivals first.
Okay.
So whenever it gets through the film festival, hopefully it gets accepted, but whether it does or not, afterwards we have a YouTube channel. It's still kind of in its infancy, but we're planning on posting things there afterwards, especially some of this earlier work.
What is it called
Although
if someone wants to subscribe?
What was that?
What is it called? So if anyone wants
plug
to
your shit.
subscribe to
Learn
it,
to plug your shit.
Productions.
Okay.
It's just on YouTube.
Madland, Madland Productions.
Perfect.
That's right.
Okay.
Our logo is the two ravens crossing.
All right.
Oh, that's bad.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, continue.
We know some people had been talking about possibly, since it's kind of a fantasy themed project, maybe looking at like the Fantasy Network for distribution.
Okay.
So we might pursue that route depending on how it goes.
Okay.
Now that's when everybody can see it. But the important question is when the fuck can I see it?
Oh.
Never mind. I'm sorry. We'll take that one off air.
We've talked about doing screenings, especially if we can collaborate with a couple others.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Wink,
you go.
wink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure,
To do some screenings. We have the South Road. That was our first 48 hour that we'd like to show people as well. And then Roguish. So
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Cool.
I think
That's
it'd be
great.
great to do a private screening.
Yeah, well, definitely talk to us because we've done quite a few of
We've got
those,
some-
and we
yeah.
have some insight and definitely some tips.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a whole
That'd
bunch
be
of
really
information you
nice.
won't give a shit about, but it gives us an excuse to talk to you. It's true. You take
No,
the
it's
information
true.
that's provided to you or compounded onto you, and you take what sticks to all that.
I disagree with you.
Not
Charles.
everybody listens to
we
the
don't
shit
need
I
an
say.
excuse to talk to them.
Oh no, it's not an excuse to talk to them. It's our excuse to talk to them. But what they get from our knowledge is only going to be whatever they want to accept from it.
I think we could learn more from them.
More than likely.
We learn from each other.
That is correct. Thank you.
I got one last question though.
Oh, shit.
No, and it's a good
He
one.
always
It's a
has
good
to
one. I
have
was
the
just
last
curious.
word, guys.
Um,
Just so you know.
It's taken me a while to get okay with doing short films. Like I totally understand what short films are. To me, they're something you can do to practice your craft. You make them, you do them, right? And then I'm like, okay, well, when I started to say I want to make feature films, that's what I want to do. I want to tell my story, and I looked at short films as a way to practice, yes, but that's not what my focus is, right? So I ask you. You put a lot of time and effort in Roguish. Is this a proof of concept or something bigger that could come later, or is this what it is?
Do you want to talk about that, Holly?
Yeah, I think Roguish is our proof of concept. This was our first time assembling people in the industry, and our first time putting this much effort into the pre-production. And so just all of that was practice for us. I think we're so proud of what we accomplished here, but we all have ambitions for larger projects that can reach further and go further. So.
Okay, no, great. That's all I wanted to know because there's a lot of people that we have kind of emulated throughout the years. Ryan Connolly, for example.
Yeah.
Never made a feature film.
Right.
And I'm like, motherfucker, What are you waiting for? He's got a goal, right? He wants to be a Hollywood studio director. That's what he wants to do. But his short films are fucking amazing. You know, and you're just like, dude, you could make a feature right now with what you fucking have. Why are you doing
stopping?
This?
Yeah.
So I just wonder, you know, I know that Roguish is going to look great. It's going to sound great. You guys are going to be awesome in it, and it's going to make me go, well, fuck, I want to see a movie now. Like, where's the movie, guys?
And
where's
that's what shorts usually do. But if they do that, you're on the right path.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know, it's like giving somebody a piece of bacon and going, only take one bite. And I'm like, fuck you. I want more bacon.
Let's not talk about the bacon again. We had this conversation about the damn bacon the other day. I've known the fucker for 30 years. I come to his house, I take a bite of bacon.
Yeah.
And other people come to their house, they expect him to like cook them every fucking thing in the fucking tray.
And I get it, and I cook.
But I get one bite of bacon. What the fuck?
No, I'm glad to hear you guys have, like, you know, bigger ambitions, because you've got a great team.
Yeah.
If you guys keep doing this and you keep working it, you're gonna make a feature in no time.
But you're smart doing it the way you are learning the ropes and the way things are in the budget stuff, which is all kinds of crazy, and it's a lot to get. It's a lot to learn. It really is, and I still am learning that one because that one's tough. Yeah. How to balance that and figure out if your incoming is going to be as much as your outgoing and you know all that stuff. It's hard to figure out. So you're doing the right thing, I think, and I think you got a good thing going.
You can feel it.
Yes
Got great attitude, you guys.
It's all good.
Well, thanks for being on the show.
Yes,
it was a great time.
Thanks for having us.
It was really fun
good getting to like really talk to you guys.
It's exciting.
It was.
Have
Thank
you guys ever actually listened to the show before?
Yeah, I have you guys on my car on my like long drives between rehearsals and stuff all the time.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for listening.
Nothing passes the time better than listening to us talk about balls, farts, and shit.
Right.
And whatever else comes about.
Yeah.
And then we have guests on the show too.
Sometimes, if we let them talk.
It's an honor, guys. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, it has been an honor. Thank you for coming on our show.
Yeah, badass. And we're gonna take our kid next weekend. So. Jason.
Wait, what? Yeah, we're gonna take our kid Jason. Yeah.
Don't give me no shit. Yeah, don't give me no shit.
I'm like, wait,
I get
Long Beach.
I get visitation.
We have visitation next weekend. Yeah.
Thanks, Jason.
Look, he's got to be on time this time. I mean, it's 8:00. That's the fucking court-ordered time frame before the drop-off. Is 8 p.m. on Saturday.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want any more of this bullshit of the car broke down or we took a nap in the middle of the fucking day. Who the fuck takes a nap? What are you, fucking 5?
Yeah.
I take
and
a
we're
nap.
meeting halfway, motherfuckers. Don't be giving me a shit. I'm not driving to pick his ass up.
It's very fair.
Holly, Grace, and Jason, thank you so much for joining us today on Around the Reel. Thank you for spending a time for getting us a chance for us to get to know you, and for taking the time to, I'm very sorry to say, getting a chance to know us. But no, I hope you enjoyed the show. We learned a little bit more about you, which is always wonderful. We got to brag on all of our buddy Jason over there because he's done so much for all of us.
Yes.
But ladies, I see nothing but good things for you guys.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We are but a message or a phone call away. If you don't have my number,
Indeed.
it's 253
Oh God.
549. I
thought you were gonna say 555.
I think audio. Anyway, let's just get back to the ending of the show. But no, but seriously, if you guys ever have any questions, please reach out.
Let us know.
We have paperwork galore. We have tons of years of experience, and we'd happy to help you out wherever we can. And Grace, with that lovely smile of yours, I can't wait to get you on set one of these days and kill you. So that being said,
bring your sword.
Thank you so much for joining us today on Around the Reel. And remember, everybody out there, think hard because you're thinking anyway.
See everybody later.
Thank you.
For those of you that want to be a guest on Around the Reel, please email Sam at aroundthereel253@gmail.com.
That's aroundthereel253@gmail.com.
Not Messenger. Do not message Aaron on Messenger because then he has to send you a message that says email Sam at aroundthereel253@gmail.com.
That's aroundthereel253@gmail.com.
How come they can't just message me again?
Because nobody wants to fucking talk to you.
Can anybody reach out? That's an artist, filmmaker, actor?
If you're an artist of any kind, we want to hear from you.
But we are going to vet the crap out of you.
We don't care if you make millions of dollars in Hollywood or if you're just beginning your career in the art industry. We don't care. So everybody that wants to be on Around the Reel, yes, we want you.
That's aroundthereal253 at gmail.com.